By the 4th century, the Council of Nicaea formalized the doctrine of the Trinity and declared Gnostic interpretations heresy. By the 5th century, Gnostic texts were being burned and Gnostic teachers were being executed. The Gospel of John survived because it was too popular to destroy, but its interpretation was locked down. Jesus is God, you are not. End of discussion. But they could not erase the Greek. They could not change what John actually wrote. They could only control how it was read. Through mistranslation, through theological framing, through centuries of conditioning that made it impossible for most Christians to see what was written in plain text. The monad secret was hidden not by removing verses, but by installing a filter, a lens through which the text could only be read one way, the way that kept power in the hands of the institution. But chosen ones do not need the institution. They can read the text directly, and when they do, the secret becomes obvious. Jesus revealed the monad inside the book of John by embodying it, by demonstrating that the Logos and the monad are one, by showing that divine consciousness can incarnate in flesh, by teaching that those who receive this knowing are born from the same source, by proving that union with the infinite is not a distant goal, but a present reality to be recognized. The Church erased this not with scissors, but with dogma, not by burning the book, but by redefining what the book means. But the original teaching remains encoded in Greek, waiting for chosen ones to read it without the filter, to see what was always there, to remember what they have always been. The Gospel of John contains the clearest Gnostic teaching in the entire New Testament, not hidden in parables, not veiled in metaphor, written plainly in Greek for anyone willing to read it without the filter the Church installed. Jesus revealed the monad. He demonstrated that the organizing principle of reality, the logosis, divine consciousness itself, and he showed that this consciousness can incarnate in flesh, recognize itself, and return to source without leaving form, not as a unique miracle, as a template, a demonstration of what every chosen one is and can consciously become. The Church erased this teaching not with fire, but with dogma. They kept the book but changed the interpretation, made Jesus special so everyone else would stay small, made union impossible so hierarchy would stay necessary, made God distant so control would remain. But the text remains. John chapter 1 verse 1 still says, "The Logos was God and became flesh." John chapter 1 verses 12 through 13 still says, "Those who receive this teaching are born from God." John chapter 10 verse 34 still says, "You are God's." John chapter 17 verse 21 still prays for unity between believers and the Father, the same unity Jesus embodied. The monad secret inside the book of John is that chosen ones are not humans seeking to become divine. They are divine consciousness that incarnated as human and forgot. The Gospel of John is the remembering manual. The verses are not biography to believe. They are stages to experience. Read John again, not as Christian scripture, as Gnostic initiation. Every I am Jesus speaks is an invitation to recognize the same I am within. Every teaching about being born again, feeding on truth, existing before time, and merging with the Father is instruction for the same process available to every chosen one. The Church tried to erase this. They failed. The truth was written in a language they could not destroy and encoded in a text too popular to ban. All they could do was lie about what it means. But lies do not change the text, and chosen ones do not need permission to read what was always written for them. The monad secret is out. The Gospel of John is revealed for what it always was, the manual, the map, the method, not for worship, for recognition, not for seeking, for remembering, not for becoming, for realizing what has always been true. You are the Logos. You are the monad in flesh. The Gospel of John proves it in plain Greek. The Church cannot erase it anymore because chosen ones are reading it now, without the filter, seeing what was always there, remembering what they have always been. If this recognition landed, if the Gospel of John will never read the same way again, comment, "I am the Logos" below. Not as prayer, as recognition, as the truth. John wrote for chosen ones to remember.